Create my fireflies in a jar, I need to start by drawing the jar. So using a black Sharpie, I'm going to draw the lid by beginning with 2 parallel lines, which I will connect below with a curved line. And then at the top, starting at one point going around, I'm going to draw a curved line and then go around for an oval. There's my lid. Now I need to draw the body of my jar. And it's symmetrical, so whatever I do on one side, I do on the other. You could change the shape of your jar if you wanted to. Down at the bottom, I'm going to draw a nice curved line to show that it's round. Now I need to draw the fireflies. Fireflies are bugs that light up at the end, and they're really popular, especially in summertime and in the South. So I'm going to draw them with my black marker. I'm drawing the head colored in, and then the body is kind of like a teardrop. I'm going to draw 4 or 5 nice and big fireflies in my jar. You may have seen fireflies in the movie The Princess and the Frog, or The Frog Princess. That's what it is. It's The Frog Princess, the story of the Princess and the Frog. When you have spaced them out and they're all done, the next step is to draw the wings. I'm going to show you what they look like with pencil so you can see the faint outline. But really, I'm going to be using white crayon and pressing down hard, trace over so that I will get a water resist effect when I use my watercolor. So I'm going to use pencil so that you can see where the wings should go. But if you feel comfortable, you can also do it without the pencil first and just draw it with crayon. Either way is just fine. Next up, I'm going to use crayon to draw in the body of the firefly. I'm going to start with orange and go over it lightly. Then I will add yellow on top. So I'm kind of trying to blend the 2 colors. I'm also going to take the yellow crayon and add lines radiating around each of the fireflies. This will help give it the look that they are glowing. The last thing I'm going to do with my crayons before adding the watercolor is to color in the lid of the jar. I don't want this to get smudged with the watercolors, so I'm pressing down really hard and it's going to create a barrier where my watercolors cannot go. I'm using purple. You can use any color you'd like for your jar. If yours looks like mine, you are ready for watercolors. So the first thing I'm going to do is wake up my blues and my yellow. Then I'm going to start with the yellow and begin painting in nice wet splotches, if you will, around and over each of the fireflies. I want it to be really wet, and I'm going to work quickly because I don't want the watercolor to dry. We are going to try it's wet on wet technique, which means we're going to wet our paper and then we're going to add another color, and that will make them start to combine and blend. So in this case though, I'm using a color, so I'm using yellow, and I want to make sure, again, I work quickly and that I have lots of water on my paper. The next step is to work with the blue, and I'm gonna begin painting around, but look how where the blue hits the yellow and it starts to blend together. That's gonna give us a really beautiful diffused look, just like when we have lights. And if you ever looked at like a street light, there's an area where it's really brightly colored and then the light just starts to blend in to the space around it. And so that's what we're gonna create, this really lovely soft light around our fireflies using watercolor. Don't overwork it. When it's all filled in, allow it to dry, and you will have your Catching Fireflies jar.